We've got our spring that has sprung. We've got our new moon in Sidereal Pisces. My friend, this is a beautiful start to this week. Let's talk about all that is happening this week in Sidereal Astrology and this new moon. Hey, my friend. Happy day. Danie Simoni's here, your spiritual healer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. One of my favorite things to do is to help you remember who you are. And we do that through the lens of astrology so that we can then strip away the societal, ancestral, generational paradigms that no longer fit who you are. My friend, I love to do this work. I'm so happy to be here with you on this. I'm recording this on our new moon, on our new moon in Pisces. And I was actually just doing some new moon card pulls for the Holistic Wellness Movement over on Facebook. So I'll put a link down in the comments if you want to come join us. But yeah, so let's talk about what we have going on this week because we just entered spring, right? Officially, we kicked off spring on Thursday, which was the 16th of March. So March 16th is when we kicked off our spring equinox. And so when we look at the equinox, we are looking at the balance of dark and light. So this is where spring equinox and, any equinox that we are in, so the two that we have a year, they're when we are in equality of light and dark. It's when we have the same amount of darkness for the day and the same amount of light for the day. So on the 16th, I keep wanting to say 17th, on the 16th is actually when we had the exact alignment of both. Now, if you Google when does spring begin, it said March 20th, which happens to be this week. But you know better than that. And we are looking at the actual time, which was back on Thursday. And so this is a really beautiful time for us to honor, right? Because we've been in darkness for so long. And then we, our sun rose. And now we are at equal times of light and dark. So let's talk about this week where our moon's going to be and this beautiful new moon in Pisces. So we begin this week with our moon in Pisces, and we have a couple of different things going on as we look at our moon right here. We actually started, I'll take it back. We actually started in Aquarius half of the day. And then towards the end of the day, we actually came into Pisces. And so we began the week at about 21 degrees. This is about 12 o'clock in the afternoon here from what I'm showing you. And so we had left our Aquarius energy that was connected with Saturn. We moved over and we're about to connect with Neptune, as you'll see in just a second. But I do want to point out a couple of things that are kind of happening right now before we start talking about the moon. And that is we have these guys right here. This is Neptune, the sun, and Mercury. So this is that very intuitive, spiritual, dreamy imagination, creative energy connected with our sun, our consciousness, right? Which is also connecting to Mercury, which is our communication, our thoughts, our learning. And so if you've been feeling a drive because we have this connection here to Mars, which is that motivation and drive and determination, it's actually making a square, which is creating something within us, like this urge or this desire to kind of break through something. So if you've been feeling this desire to be more creative, maybe to do some art or creative project, or just be in the energy of creation, right? Or you've been in the energy of learning and wanting to seek information, this is definitely one of the major reasons why, is that we're kind of in that energy of, what can I do? What can I learn? What can I create? It's very funny. I was like finding myself, seeing things online. I'm like, oh, I want to learn that, and I want to learn that. My next step, or my next level with astrology, is to start learning medical astrology and working with herbs with that. I already work with herbs, but on a much deeper level, from an astrological point of view. And so I was like, I saw this like training, and I was like, yes, here we go. I found it. And so it's really interesting. So I was like, oh, getting into that. I was in that energy. We also may have been having more intense dreams than normal, or very visual dreams. This is, when the moon, as you'll see in a second, uh, is conjunct Neptune, which means they're kind of hanging out together. And Neptune and the sun, when like those three guys get together, it really creates a really beautiful opportunity for us to receive messages, for us to connect with the divine, for us to be open to what we are experiencing within our dreams and the messages that we're receiving in our dreams. And I mean that both in the dream world as well as the dream world we're in here physically. All right, so let's go ahead. And so with the moon in Aquarius beginning it off, there's a lot of a lot of thinking. We've been in this energy over the past, few weeks. We're just left our Aquarius seasons. There was a lot of mental activity, and everybody was like feeling like very chaotic and kind of all over the place. This energy here in Pisces is going to feel so much slower. It's going to be a little bit more dreamy, a little bit more fluid. And so there's this shift that is taking place right now. So if we move over to Tuesday, you'll see here that our moon moved over and is now closer to Neptune. It's actually 5 degrees here. So over the evening of Monday into Tuesday is when it actually connected. So Monday night dreams were probably pretty intense. I know they were for me. Actually Monday night dreams. And then our moon here is conjunct the sun. This is our new moon in Pisces right here. And so we do have that connection here to our Mars energy, as we talked about before. And we also have this square here to our what's called our descendant, which is this is more of our private energy. This is more of like the energy where we like to be by ourselves, where the ascendant, which is the complete opposite side, which is where Mars is right here, is our public, more social public persona, and the opposite is our more private persona. So this is what I like to say is where, when we go into our closet, right, or we're in the bathroom all by ourselves, nobody there, like no dogs, no kids, just all by yourself, and where we can really truly be ourselves. That's that descendant energy. And so there's this really beautiful connection with this Pisces energy to just kind of slow down, to go inward, because Pisces is definitely the sign that is much more inward. Aquarius is much more outward. Pisces is bringing it back in as we are bringing the zodiacal year to an end. Pisces is the last zodiac sign. And so after this season, we begin a new astrological year, new zodiacal year. And so there's this endings that is happening. And that is what this new moon is really inviting us to do. Now, it does have a couple of friends that it is hanging out with, right? Because we do have that energy of Neptune, and we do have that energy of Mercury. As I was kind of sharing with the students that came to my new moon intention setting circle Monday night, and then actually I'm going to share it tonight for our online version. If you are interested in any of those classes, there'll be a link down below, but you can go to connect.thepeaceteacher.com/new moon, and you'll see the new moon events there. And one of the really beautiful things is that I described it as a journey that we are going on this last month, this last cycle of the year, of the zodiacal year, right? Where we're kind of like getting some closure. so that we can hit our destination, which is where we're going, right? And so there's an adventure that we're going on to kind of close up or tie up any loose ends so that we can move into the new year, right? If you think about it, Pisces is like the end of the year. It's like December, right? December, the end of the year where you're just kind of wrapping things up, right? We have the holidays, and then it's like that last, the weird kind of week between Christmas and New Year's where it's like this weird time where it's like you're transitioning and getting ready for the new year. That's what these next 4 weeks is that transition into the new year. And it's like getting ready for us to, figure out what do I need to close before I can plant my garden? Like what, spring is the season of, planting the seeds, right? So we can harvest in the fall, but we're planting right now. But we can't plant until we've kind of dug up, right, the garden to see where is everything at? What's kind of going on? Do we need, are these crops, are they going to be good? Is this soil good? Do we need to replenish it? Do we need to nourish it? Now, my friends, I know nothing about gardening, so if I'm saying all this wrong, please look past that and look at my metaphor here, right? We're looking at that idea of really getting things ready and prepared. But in order to do that, we have to close some things out. We have to heal some things out. We have to slow things down. And that is what this new moon is asking us to do. That's what this entire Pisces season is asking us to do, is just to slow down, is to kind of take a look and to come more inward, to heal, to end, to get closure on the things that they're ready to close because they don't serve the vision of where we're going next. So that is our new moon in Pisces. And then on Wednesday, we'll still be in this really beautiful energy of Pisces. We actually will kick over to Chiron and Jupiter. Now, Chiron and Jupiter, they've been hanging out. I talked about them before. They've been hanging out for a while now, and they are causing so much stuff to come up for us, so many old wounds, so many triggers, relationships. I've seen a lot of people talking about their relationship stuff that's coming up, not only like your intimate relationship, like your partner, but also friendships. Some of those things have been coming up. Family things have been coming up. And so, that's going to come up. And I want you to know that now. That's probably going to come up over the next, on Wednesday. You might feel that quite intensely. Know that it is just a phase. It is going to pass, but pay attention to what is coming up because that's some really beautiful information for you. All right, now moving into Thursday, we move past all those guys and we get over here. So the moon is right here in Aries. And so it will be in opposition to our south node, which again, whenever the moon is in opposition, it's also going to be in conjunction. So it's in conjunction with the north node and it's in opposition to the south node. And this dynamic is like this pool of us getting connected to where we are going, which I think is such a beautiful kind of thing that we're seeing here, because we just have this new moon, which is helping us bring in the ideas of what are we ready to end in this season, right? What are we ready to close up? And then we kind of hit those old wounds, which may be the thing, right, that we need to look at over these next 30 days, right? And then we hit our north node, which is the direction of where we're going. It's what our soul is here to evolve into. And so there's this push for us to go, right, to go this way. But there's also the pull of like, but this is comfortable. And I know this, and this is easy. And I want to stay here. But yet we're being called, right, to evolve. We're being called to be the better version, the highest version of ourselves. And so, these emotions may be coming up for you. And I say this because this could be coming up for you over the next few days here. We do have we have a really beautiful trine to our I see, which is more of that home type energy. So make sure you're connecting with your home. You're taking some time to, be with the home. And I don't necessarily mean like the physical place, although that is great, but what feels like home. All right. And then we move on to, I believe this is Friday. And so Friday will still be in that Aries energy, but we will be connecting here with Venus and we'll be connecting with Uranus. So this is where a lot of love and a lot of passion are going to start coming through. And so again, some things that may be coming up for you in those relationships as it relates to love, money, and what we value, right? So there may be some emotions that come up here if things have been a little rocky or they're a little weird or there's been a conflict of some sort because of maybe a past couple of weeks based on some of the energies we've been having with this Jupiter and Chiron conjunction here. Some of those things may be coming back up. So there may be some triggers and there may be some impulsivity to just say something and not really think about it. And so I want you to be mindful. Again, that is not only for us to be mindful of, but also for the people around us, because they may be feeling this energy and they may not know what's going on and they may get caught up in it. And we may even get caught up within it, my friend. Like, right? We're aware of this. This is why we look at this. So we're aware. But it's not to like give us a free pass to be like, oh, I'm just going to go tell everybody off, right? It's not what this is. There's also a lot of freedom energy here with Uranus, right? Wanting to do its own thing, wanting that freedom of expression. And so for those of us who may get stuck in expressing our true voice and just using that roar, right? We can use this as an opportunity to share, to bring forward what we want to say. And so we can use this really beautiful energy to kind of step out and do that. Just be careful that if you are in a situation that maybe has been a struggle in the past, there could be a little bit more tension than you desire. All right. And then our moon's going to cross over into Taurus. And so it will be in Taurus for Saturday and Sunday. The only really good connection here I see is a really beautiful sextile to Neptune. So again, really beautiful dreams here. But Taurus is a really beautiful time to just ground into Mother Earth, to connect with Mother Earth. It's also a good time to get into work and to get into things. Really good time to connect with our core values, to look at our money, right? I know something we don't like to look at, but every month, this is when the moon comes into Taurus. It's a beautiful time to check in with your finances, to do some work on money, or to even do some healing around money as well, or some money magic. You want to call the money in. All right. That is our week ahead, my friend. I am so excited that you are here and excited to be doing this reading for you, talking all about this new energy. Look out for more videos this week and get our new Sidereal Astrology Pisces guide for this season. I absolutely have put a lot of work into this guide. I hope you enjoy it. It talks about the Pisces energy in more detail than I talked about today. It also talks about this current season and what kind of planetary changes we're going to see this season, as well as rituals that you can do this spring season, essential oils to work with during this Pisces season. So bringing in those herbs to help you in what you're working through and healing during this time. As well as journal prompts. So it's all in one beautiful guide for you to work through this season. All right, my friend, that wraps us up for the Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of March 20th through March 26th. Have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.